I can't believe I believed everything we had was last. So young and naive of me to think she was from your past. Silly of me to dream of one day having your kids. Love is so blind, it feels right when it's wrong. I can't believe I fell for your schemes. I'm smarter than that. Young and naive to believe that with me you're a changed man. Foolish of me to compete when you cheat, when who's winning. It took me some time, but now I'm moved on. Because I realize I got myself and that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out, and it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on I'm gonna be my own best friend. Be myself and that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out, and it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on I'm gonna be my own best friend. Controlling and you say that you love me, but you don't. Your family told me one day I would see it on my own. Next thing I know, I'm dealing with the 3 kids in my own. Love is so blind, it feels right when it's wrong. Now that it's over, stop calling me, come pick up your clothes. Ain't no need to front like you're still with me. All your homies know, even your very best friend tried to warn me on the low. Took me some time, but now I am strong. Because I realize I got myself and that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out, and it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on I'm gonna be my own best friend. Be myself and that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out, and it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on I'm gonna be my own best friend. Got me, myself, I know that I will never disappoint myself. All the ladies, if you feel me, help me sing it out. I'm still with you. Yeah, you hurt me, but I learned a lot along the way. After all the rain, you see there's something not okay. I know that I will never disappoint myself.
Let it burn while I cry, 'cause I heard it screaming out your name.
with me, but I say they can't fuck with me. Just like the air, I'm everywhere. How you say it so my
Shit, you would think I went to school for chiropractic. Looking good as hell today, just sent my nigga 5 Why'd you come from me about a nigga, man? You bitch back for that. Come at me about niggas who I don't even find attractive. I don't know that nigga, I just seen them on the town before. I can't be up in her face, I took her nigga down before. When I lose a nigga, I just pop out and go find some more. Soon as I feel like my time get wasted, then it's time to go. They say they don't fuck with me, but I say they can't fuck with me. Just like the air, I'm everywhere. How you say it so with me? Them bitches should've stayed down. They could've been up to me, but all they doing is talking down. Cause they can't get up with me. My ex looking on my old friend. Both they had some fucking clowns. Thinking that she got one up on me, she got my hand me down. He thought he wasn't gon' have to stand on shit like he was handicapped. Made that nigga stand on it. Now his ass can't stand me now. High as fuck, I'm lit, yo. I don't smoke no sweet stuff. Slime with my gang and them. Look at them like sisters. Bitches be lame, they go outside about these niggas. I don't wanna hang with them. They don't have no business. They be going for anything, but I can't go for none of that. Why would I go chase you if I know you gon' come running back? Cut everybody off, they been feeling like the lumberjack. They really had me fucked up, and now I'm going for none of that. She the type of nigga make her mad, she going too soon. Me, I'm kinda ratchet still, so I'm the type to be some. I can't love you, baby, like your bitch do, so don't leave her. You gon' choose her every time, cause it's cheaper to keep her. Can't say your name up in my songs, might not fuck with you tomorrow. Can't get my feelings hurt today, I won't give a fuck tomorrow. Ain't fucked up by no credit score, I might be rich as fuck tomorrow. Every day the sun won't shine, but that's why I love tomorrow.
Riding with my twin and up, and we all look good as fuck. She said she my eye, but I don't know her. Had to look her up. I know that I'm rich, but I can help it, bitch. I'm good as fuck. I've been on these bitches next so long, sometimes I fucking stuck. I can put you in my bed, you might wish me dead tomorrow. Bitches be on thick today, sing every word of up tomorrow. Bitch, I still got cases open, keep your mouth shut tomorrow. Play with me today, then get some sleep, you know it's up tomorrow. Fake bitch, that's what my friend fucked on your nigga. Both you bitches pussy, I think y'all should scissor. She bought a chain, I bought the same one, even bigger. She doing shots, that's how I know I got a trigger. I don't speak dog ho, I don't care what no bitch say. I stay on her mind, I got condos in that bitch head. She said she don't fuck with me, who said that you can't hold? That nigga munching, he gon' eat me like a mango. Long ass feet, it be tickling my ass crack. Wonder what I do tomorrow that these hoes will be mad at. Oh yeah, bitches sweet, and I always get my lick back. I fight for my bitches and I'm fighting over dick too.
Can't say your name up in my songs, might not fuck with you tomorrow. Can't get my feelings
I'm chicken with the chicken, wondering if I'm a creep. Little hood rap bitch from 25th named Tamika. Coming through like I do, you know, getting my ball. Knew she was a
my songs, might not fuck with you tomorrow. Can't get my feelings hurt today, I won't give a fuck tomorrow. Ain't fucked up by no credit score, I might be rich as fuck tomorrow. Every day the sun won't shine, but that's why I love tomorrow. Doctor.
Good morning. Somebody let me know if you guys could hear me okay. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey Joshua. Hi Artifacts. Artifacts, I got that Cash App you sent me. I really appreciate it because I wasn't even online, so that means you sent it when I was offline, meaning you was watching a replay. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. Good morning. Jordan Atkins says, I'm a new subscriber. Well, thank you for subscribing. Good day to you too. How you doing? There's so much going on. There's just so much going on. I just try to get on here when I can. The good thing is, by the time I get a chance to get on here, so many things have occurred that we have a lot to talk about. Okay. Hi Windchime, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. So I don't know where to start because is the music too loud? Let me know. Because usually I can't hear it, but I can actually hear it right now. So I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. But anywho, there's a lot of conversations going on around here. I love to hear it. Some of it seems like some people are waking up when it comes to politics, religion, relationship dynamics, and just everything else. Seems like some people, we're coming to understand that damn near everything we've been sold our entire lives has just been a lie. Okay, patriarchy is BS. A lot of what they teach in religion has been BS. A lot of what we grew up expecting out of the opposite gender or what a relationship is supposed to look like is BS. The American dream is BS. It's like the craziest awakening happening from what I could see across social media. I said hi, Joshua. What you mean? Shout out to the 5 white folk. Where y'all at? I only see you. I don't see my other white people. I got 2 Joshuas, okay? I'm collecting white folk. I don't see enough of you. Bring me some more white people, Joshua, but don't bring them crazy racist ones, okay? DJ Baby Boy say, yeah, it has. You the first person I said hi to, Joshua. What you talking about? But yeah, I noticed that people are waking up, and so there's 2 extremes happening. You have the side that's waking up, and those are black people, white people, Asian, whatever, all types of people. And then you have the other side that is the willfully obtuse, that is the chronic cognitive dissonance at all times. That particular side I really hate. I can't stand. Let me stop saying the word hate. I gotta stop saying that. I really don't like the way. I don't know if I should blame the internet or not, but it seems like there's an increase of like cognitive dissonance being a very normal state of mind for a lot of people, because a lot of times when you get a chance to talk to people and you try to get them to articulate their own logic, we keep running into people who can't do it. We just keep running into people who cannot articulate why they think the way they think. And even when they are met with the contradictions, when you can prove like, hey, this is contradicting this, or you're contradicting, there's just this refusal to acknowledge, or even it's almost like their brain gets stuck and they just can't acknowledge anything other than what they've already known, no matter how much you show them. And Flo is watching from the clouds. Why Flo don't come say hi if he is watching? I'm not gonna bite you, Flo State. It's okay. Joshua actually sent me a show of yours, but I didn't get a chance to check it out. I need to. But yeah, there's this group of people who just I before the internet, I didn't understand how so many people suffered from cognitive dissonance, like how ignorant most people really truly are, how unintelligent people are. And I mean this on a very basic level. I don't mean like you have to be of some superior intelligence. I mean like basic logic, understanding, reasoning. Just it lacks in so many grown adults. It's concerning. And like I said, of all races, I'm seeing it. It ain't just one. And so I think the internet is actually making that a lot worse for people, because people are listening to so much content from people who are unqualified, uneducated, inexperienced, but presenting themselves as experts. And sometimes they're not even saying that, but they're being treated and regarded like they're experts, and people are taking their words as the gospel, as the law, just because they might like, there's like a bias there, confirmation bias there, or what that person represents. Maybe that person represents somebody they want to be like, or someone who gets to say the things they've always wanted to say. I don't know, but it's this weird parasocial living through other people, weird like connection that people are having with content creators. And that's just a dangerous place, because what we've seen is a lot of these people do not know what the hell they're talking about. A lot of these people are liars. A lot of these people are operating out of confirmation bias, and a lot of these people are just ignorant. I'm sorry. They are. They really, really are. And another thing I've noticed, because I've been hopping around a little bit this week, we gotta have a conversation about the middle-aged black man. We have to have a conversation about the middle-aged black man. Oh my goodness. I've been having a lot of run-ins with, I want to say like 40-year-olds, black men, which I'm pretty close to their age. So I'm not saying I'm not in the age group, but I think there's a very big difference between the way the middle-aged black man operates and the way the middle-aged black woman operates. And communication, man, we just gonna start there. Oh my God. When I tell you, from what I've seen, you know, this is a small sample space, but from what I've seen, and I'm gonna even bring it into real life. Yes, from what I've seen, talking to middle-aged black men, I'm talking about men that are like, what's middle age, like between 35 and 50 or something like that, I think. I can't remember right now. It's damn near impossible to have a conversation with them. They all seem to be operating under, actually, let me take that back. Shouldn't say they all. A good amount of them seem to be operating under the same playbook, right? Their communication skills are absolutely horrible. The listening skills, absolutely horrible. The ability to receive new information, process it, and maybe think about things in a different way, just not there, especially when it comes to women. No respect for women, their opinions, their views, their perspectives at all. View women like they are here to be their personal punching bags. Like, what I'm finding is that a lot of these men are angry, they're bitter, they're not even capable of just talking like this to you and having a regular conversation, even if you disagree. They feel this need to come overly aggressive toward women in a basic conversation. So what does that say about someone if you don't have the ability to just have a cordial conversation? When you look at the women in your group, you're very aggressive unnecessarily. You're very angry. You don't listen to anything. You just want to yell and scream over people and repeat yourself over and over. Underneath all of that, you know what that makes me feel like? This is a group of people who feel either entitled, like what I say goes, my opinion is the only one that's important, and you need to listen to me. And then the other thing I see underneath that is like, this is a group of people who maybe feels like unheard, feels like people don't listen to them. So maybe they feel like they gotta force people to listen to them. But what they don't understand is people would listen to them a lot more if they didn't communicate like barbarians, right? Because I'm gonna just speak for me personally. I'm gonna remove myself every time, either before or after I curse you out, and I would rather not curse you out. So I can't engage that stuff, and I just have a very low tolerance for it at this point. Like, I've done enough of it, and all it does is drain you, get you to yelling and screaming, acting crazy, and then that individual is still going to leave the conversation believing and thinking every single thing they came to the conversation believing and thinking. So it's kind of like, sometimes I feel like men use these panels as an opportunity to take out their frustrations on women, to any woman available who will engage them. That's how it feels sometimes. It's like they be way too trigger happy, way too angry, way too ready to fight, argue, way too ready to call somebody out their name, way too ready to insult, just ready, clip loaded, safety off, just ready. Like, almost it looks like this is why you came. And again, it's I don't know, the middle age thing, we might have to really look into it. In fact, let me write it down, because we're going to do a show called The Middle-Aged Black Man. I have a lot of things to say about them. Because there is something seriously wrong. And I'm going to speak for my own age group, so I don't know about the younger people. But if I could guess, I think it's the same issue across the board. I think the communication is probably number one. And when it comes to everyone speaking about dating and why dating's not in a good place right now with the genders, like, first and foremost, how are you gonna date somebody you can't communicate with? How does that work? How are you gonna date somebody you can't talk to, you can't have an engaging conversation with, a thought-provoking conversation with? an interesting conversation with if all they want to do is like yell, scream, interrupt, over talk. I don't know who made this normal, but in the real world around like productive, intelligent human beings, nobody communicates like that. Literally no one. Like that's just not a thing. So to see that it's become a very normal behavior for the middle-aged black man to not know how to communicate, to be overly aggressive in conversation, have no ability to like just self-regulate and calmly present your ideas and be able to actually articulate them. I think we got to do a show about that. Like, I'm sorry, we definitely got to talk about it because I just been noticing. You know, I've been on some panels lately and been coming across these, and it stood out to me. I found myself this week, I've said these words more than any other week. I found myself this week every time I went on a panel asking a man, why are you yelling? Why are you screaming? Why can't you let anyone talk? Like it again, when I told you guys earlier about social media and how it's affecting people in real life, this is what I mean. This is now a new learned behavior that they're watching other men do, and they think it's appropriate. So now they're doing it too. But I promise you, in real life, no woman wants to talk to you. She's going to be pleasant for her own safety, and then she's going to try to block you, or she's going to find excuses to not be around. Like, I'm telling you, nobody wants to deal with somebody that they can't get a word in ever. And that goes for men and women. People think YouTube is, hi V-Dub, you said people think YouTube is therapy? I don't know. I know what I've been noticing about the middle-aged black man is bothersome. It's problematic. So I'm thinking, again, it's showing, like, first of all, lack of leadership, because if you're following the behaviors of other men, like, you don't think for self, you don't operate on your own as an individual, that's a problem. And then the behaviors you are following are of the disrespectful, overly aggressive, angry, bitter men. Like, but then these same men will be like, I'm married, I got a wife. Then why are you the angriest person on the whole panel? Why are you more upset than the single people about single topics? Make that make sense. The married people be so overly invested in these dating conversations, right? And then typically they're the angriest ones. Hi, Lena. Good morning, boo. Does that make sense to anybody? The same people who got every complaint in the world about women got an opinion on everything about single women. When it's convenient, they're gonna yell, I'm married. Well, then why are you the loudest voice in this conversation and you're the angriest one? It's giving you don't like what you're married to. It's giving you're projecting. That's what it's giving. Oh Lord. Hi Sean. Hi Better Black Woman. How you doing? Hi V-Dub. I love these new names I'm seeing. Yes, new people. Damn, Sean Antonio, he said it sounded like Mr. Will from last night. What Mr. Will do? I like Mr. Will. I know the men didn't like him before because they were saying he was a simp. I think he a nice guy. But what he do? This is what I learned, Sean. You can tell me if I'm wrong because you're a man. What I think is these men, whether they're married or not, men in general, I think seek validation from men first and foremost. But they do still tend to care about what women think about them. And I think sometimes when they get a feeling or maybe a woman does something that forces them to kind of come to terms with maybe women don't experience you the way you think they do, they become upset. Damn, Sean said he was drunk and doing exactly what I was saying. Oh, wow. Better Black Woman said, I've been around men who can't have a conversation. No, that's why I said I'm going to take it offline too, because I reflected. Listen, I ain't going to lie to you. I talk to people in my real life around that age because I'm around that age, right? So I'm around middle-aged black men also in my real life. And they might not be as extreme as on a panel. But yeah, there's something to be said about the fact that it's very hard to have a conversation with a lot of them. The listening skills are not there. They lack nuance. Okay, they don't want to acknowledge nuance. They really are operating in this world, even though they've been here damn near 40 years, thinking that everything is just black and white. Everything's just this way or that way. They don't acknowledge any gray area. They don't acknowledge any nuance. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just don't. I don't know if it's just a lack of ability, which I don't want to say, because I know men who can do it and who do it. See what I'm saying? I don't know if it's related to education level, and I'm not trying to be funny, but I noticed the men who are able to acknowledge nuance usually are the men who are educated. I'm not trying to be funny, y'all, but if y'all pay attention, the men who usually are able to acknowledge nuance and have empathy and see outside of themselves, most of those men are usually educated too. So I don't know if this is a lack of education thing, but yeah, it's a problem. So I think about it in dating, right? Because I'm single, I'm dating, so I'm telling y'all what I know. Like, how are you gonna date people who you can't have conversations with? Like, how? Like, I'm just really trying to understand. Like, are men going out into the world like thinking that even if you just met this woman this week, you're supposed to be able to speak to her however you want, you're supposed to just be able to dictate, and then you're also not willing to listen? You're not interesting, you're not engaging in a conversation for real. You just like, I don't understand. Damn, Jordan Atkins says, I'm a 25-year-old black woman, and I've had family members get condescending when I express that I love being child free. It's weird. Yeah, Jordan, you got to be careful about how you say that, because then the people with children, it could feel like an insult, depending on how you say it. And I'm telling you, I don't have kids either, but we have to be careful how we say things, right? Because I've seen people do things, not saying you did it, but people will say, I'm so happy I'm not, and insert whatever insult they want to say, right? So like, let's say you had 2 jobs, and then I came and I was like, whew, I'm so happy I don't gotta work 2 jobs. You could feel offended by what I'm saying, right? Because you could feel like I'm kind of implying that I'm in a better situation than you and kind of throwing it in your face, right? So I'm not saying you've done that, but I'm just saying be careful about how you do that, you know? She said, no, Lena, it's no problem with being child free. It is a choice. I'm child free, and it is a choice. So I know there's both sides of the coin. I know there's some people who just get offended regardless, but sometimes we got to just be self-aware. Oh, yes, this. Self-awareness is also something that we got to talk about with the middle-aged black man, because they literally are the most disrespectful in a conversation, right? And then when you reciprocate the energy, they turn into the biggest Karen in the situation. They turn into the woe is me, look at this disrespectful, unruly woman, with like no regard for the way they spoke to you in the first place. And I see this take me out of it. I watch this happen on panels every day. Men will say the most offensive thing, and the minute a woman responds, he turns into a victim. He turns into woe is me. Look, goes to the host, you're not going to check her, you're not going to say nothing. Nobody checked you when you was being disrespectful. But what I believe is black women have been socialized to accept disrespect so much that it's normal for it to happen and go unchecked. Like, it's an expectation that I believe a lot of black men have. When they see black women, they look at black women as if disrespecting you is so normal that he's not even aware. That's why when you respond in kind, he's like, woe is me, oh my god, how could she talk to me that way? Because he has now become so accustomed to just talking to black women however he wants, treating black women however he wants. It's not even a thought at this point, it's a reflex. And guys, you never want to be a person who lacks self-awareness. That's a horrible existence. You don't want that. Nobody, none of us. We need to do better at that. Everybody needs to be better at having some self-awareness. But I did notice that I think the reason get more offended when black women responds is because of this idea that black women are supposed to somehow allow disrespect from anybody. Like, that's the culture. The black culture, part of it is that black women are the ones who endure. They endure no matter what. They're supposed to endure, right? Because they're going to tell you about, my mother had 3 jobs and she never complained. Why would you be okay with your mom doing that? And why would you want that for another black woman? So the culture is the black woman is just a work mule who's supposed to endure. Supposed to break her back, then supposed to come home and break it some more. And she should never be mad. She should never complain. And she should never require anything better for herself. And when you're that woman who does, the men will attack you for it. How dare you, you baby mama, you don't deserve shit. How dare you, fat woman, you don't deserve shit. Like, how dare you, you childless woman. So really, it don't matter. Be black, be a woman. You don't deserve anything. You don't deserve any grace. There's no patience for you. There's no grace for you. There's no understanding for you, right? Nobody will acknowledge any nuance for you. But the no same entitled ass lack of self-awareness, having ass people, they want you, black woman, to have grace, be kind, be understanding, be nurturing, be everything that they are not to you and everything that they don't deserve. That in itself is a lack of self-awareness. Why does anyone, man or woman, feel like somebody should treat them with the utmost respect while they treat the other person however they want? Like, when did that ever make sense? Oh, Jordan said, I understand. They ask me and I get mad. Yeah, that happened to me. My brother, one of my big brothers did that to me when I was like younger. He was like, oh, you're selfish. Because I told my brother like years ago, I don't want to have kids. And this particular brother, he's married. He's very much Christian. And he has 3 kids now. He's been married since college. And he's very much about family. And I get it. But he doesn't understand me. And when I told him I didn't want kids, my brother told me I was selfish. You're only thinking about yourself. And this and this and this. But whatever. I understand. Trust me, I have that in my family too. V-Dub, yes, can we discuss this? V-Dub say, you know, a lot of these people are special needs and they're literally on a spectrum. Oh my God. Okay, listen. The internet is showing me that even though I come from Brooklyn, I come from a rough neighborhood, that I really have been sheltered. Because do you know, I'm just now starting to understand, like, sometimes when we're on these panels with these people, some of these people are like diagnosed mental health issues walking around, or undiagnosed. And sometimes that's why the ability to like apply logic to things is just not there. Or the ability to like just have a calm conversation is just not there. I'm never in my mind approaching any panel or any conversation thinking I'm talking to somebody who is not of sound mind. But what I keep running into is, yeah, some of these people are not of sound mind. They say, you from Brooklyn? Stop. I'm Best Side. Okay. And Coney Island, Orze. Yes, we got a Brooklyn person on here. Jordan said, I also noticed women with kids will project onto child-free women. Example, I used to be like you and I didn't want them either, then I had them. Well, because that's a real thing, Jordan, and I'm open to that too. The way you feel, you say you're 25. When you turn 30, you might decide that you do want kids. And there's nothing wrong with that either. You know what I'm saying? They're not all the way wrong. That does happen. You're 25 right now. That's the oldest you've ever been. You don't want children. Cool. You might turn 30. And you might decide you want a child. And that's also okay too. You don't have to like, people grow, people mature, people change their perspectives on things. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, we need to really have a conversation about the middle-aged black man. Because god damn it, they are a problem. Their ideas are very misogynistic. They cannot communicate well, a lot of them. Or they don't even care to communicate because they don't respect you enough to even, in their mind, it's like, communicate with you for what? Bitch, listen to what I'm saying. That's kind of just how they're approaching you. Yeah, and it's sad. It's really sad because it's just looking like ignorance. Like, a lot of them are purely ignorant, emotion-led, don't have a lot of facts behind their statements. not applying logic when they're having conversations. And I believe that's why a lot of them do the whole let me scream over you and repeat myself over and over and over, because you know, if I got a chance to ask you to just articulate, you know you wouldn't be able to do it, and everybody can see it. Like y'all you guys are on copy and paste mode. You operate on the same playbook, and it makes me sad because I don't have kids, but these are people who got kids. Okay, so it's like you're just replicating more ignorant ass people who do not know how to think, do not know how to articulate themselves. And so I gotta look at the women. Like, women, what do y'all be on? What is the requirement for a man to put a baby in you? I really mean this. Like, because some of these fathers, I can't, yo. I really be trying to understand, okay, what was it about him that made you look at him and go, you know what? I want to replicate this DNA. What was it? Can some of y'all answer me? Or is the reality you guys are not thinking of the women? You guys aren't thinking about that at all. You're not thinking about the fact that this person, you are about to replicate him. Are y'all really, like, what are the requirements for y'all to be popping out these babies? I really want to know. Is it he just looked good and he showed me some attention? Or he got a big penis and he has sex good, so I started getting reckless, let him just, like, what is it? What are the requirements to let a man put a baby in you as a black woman, if any? Because I don't think there's many. I'm be honest. The bar is in hell. V-Dub, you got a channel? You say you're gonna steal my title? What's your channel? I want to come watch it. If you do the show. But what are the requirements for a black man to be able to put a baby in you as a black woman? Like, I really am starting to understand that women are not thinking too logically either when it comes to some of these decisions. Okay. Hi, J Villa. Thank you, Killer Swag, for stopping by. I appreciate you. Hi, Candy Cane. But, like, what are the women? And I'm not. You guys know I'm not trying to put you down at all. I'm just really trying to understand what makes you guys decide, like, okay, yeah, this is the one, I'm gonna have his baby. Like, what makes you guys make that decision? Because a lot of the men, from what I hear, okay, hey, Flow State, he said attraction isn't logic based. No, I understand the hooking up, right? I'm saying what makes them decide, okay, this is the person I'm gonna have a baby with, right? Because that's a big deal. I think sex is a big deal, but that's a whole nother conversation, right? As a woman, especially, just letting any and everybody into your body, I don't think is a good idea. But okay, we're not talking about that right now. So I'm saying, okay, people hook up. I understand that, but I'm saying what makes people decide, like, okay, I'm gonna have his baby. Oh, this the channel? Okay, I'm gonna look you up later. Damn. V-Dub. See? I don't know why my ex-wife had my kids, but we started at 15. So we know why. That's different. 15-year-olds are young and don't know much. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, like, adults. Like, what's making them decide to have these men's baby? Because I promise you, listening to some of them for 5 minutes, I'd be like, yo, let me tell you my biggest fear, and this is no bullshit. My biggest fear is to have a son and he is stupid. I swear, that is my biggest fear. Like, if I was to ever push out a child and they were stupid, I would feel like the biggest failure ever. Like, I would probably jump. That is really my biggest fear. That's how much I value intelligence, and that's how much I don't respect big grown adults who have none. So if I looked up and had a 25-year-old son and sounded like some of these men, I would feel like I failed. I really would. Okay, so look, the white man coming through telling us, shout out to the 2. We got 2 white men. Okay, I'm trying to get 10. Bring your white friends, not the racist ones, okay? The Powder Dusty said, I never decided to have a kid. I just enjoyed crazy blonde women, and that hobby has consequences. Your mom had you reading early. That's what I'm saying. If I had a baby and my baby came out dumb, I really would feel like a failure. Like, if nothing else, and you guys tell me if I'm wrong, because you guys are parents and I'm not, but I feel like if nothing else, my one job was to prepare my child for adulthood. That was the one job. Keep this little child safe. Hopefully implant some good morals and values, and prepare them to be a productive adult. I would hope, right? At the simplest form. That's what I would hope I could teach a child. So I looked up and I had a 25-year-old dummy, and he came out of me. I would feel like I failed. I'm promise you I would feel like I failed. I really would. So let me show you this, because remember, y'all, I was just talking about the middle-aged black man and why we gotta discuss him some more, because what I've been seeing this week is like the communication skills. Matter of fact, before I even get into that, let me ask y'all a serious question, and this goes for women too, because I'm gonna be honest, nobody taught me about communication skills growing up and how important they are. Did anybody here, when your parents were raising you, did anybody teach you guys about communication skills and how valuable they are and how important they are? Because nobody in my family ain't tell me a damn thing. So did they teach y'all or no? This is something I had to learn later as an entrepreneur. Okay, that's honestly when I had to really understand how important communication is. Oh, Lena said hers did. Okay, that's one. Nobody ever spoke to me about communication skills, why they're important, what they are, that I should have some. What do you mean by communication skills? I mean verbal and nonverbal. I mean knowing, when to be serious, when not to, being mindful of my tone, eye contact, how I'm projecting, depending on the situation, that, like, stuff like that, being, knowing how to listen and when to listen, like being able to emotionally make that decision, like, oh, right now this person wants to be heard. Maybe I should, nobody ever talks to me about I learned this as an adult later. Like, I had to take a speech class in college. That was really good. They focused more on public speaking, but the book we had to read talked a lot about communication, but I still didn't really process it until later. But that's what I mean. Yes, anybody who's in sales is great usually at communication if they're a good salesperson. And that's probably why I've never had confidence in sales. I always used to think, like, if I ever had a job where I had to sell stuff, I would feel anxiety before. I would feel like I'm not going to be good at that. I always felt like that. Now I feel very confident if I had to do sales. I'm 1000% confident. I can absolutely get it done. But before, I was not confident in that, because I didn't realize, even in sales, if anyone is in sales, they'll tell you communication is probably like the most important thing that they understand first. V-Dub said, I worked in sales and that's how I really learned. They teach us how to hustle and code switch. Listen, okay, Flo said, live streaming is a sales job to me. Yes. Yeah. Do you have to do any work though? Because you could be, I know some big content creators who are horrible at communicating, but there's a market for that, right? There's a market that wants to see men just go off on women. So is it his communication skills that sold him, or is it the lack thereof? What tends to happen in those particular spaces, the men who do have the good communication skills, who want to hear a woman out, who is respectful, who can have a conversation, that particular sector will like demonize him and call him a simp, right? So I don't think it's the content creator who has good communication skills. He just appeals to men who are like him, and a lot of them, unfortunately. But yeah, nobody ever, maybe the parents need to, just an idea, I'm not a parent, but maybe communication skills, needs to be a conversation in you guys' households with your kids, because that is probably the most important skill you need in this life. You need it for jobs, you need it for opportunities, you need it when you go on interviews, you need it for certain industries you work in, you need it in relationships. Like, you really, communication skills are not discussed enough. And I'll have you guys know, last time I looked into like public speakers, they were like one of the highest paid professions in this country. And those are like masters of communication. I'm just saying. So speaking of the middle-aged black man that we are going to do a show about because they're crazy, look at this, guys.
About older women being in demand by younger men, and you have to watch this entire video because I already knew this.
Wait, let me start over.
I love this article about older women being in demand by younger men, and you have to watch this entire video because I already knew this. Women in their 50s, 40s, I mean, women who consider themselves quote unquote old, expired, aged out, on dating apps, this article is for you. Number one, there is a massive shift, according to the New York Times, in women who are dating men, younger men, and there's a shift in how younger men perceive these older women. They are in demand. You are no longer somebody who is last on the list. In fact, a lot of younger men are prioritizing older women for a number of reasons. They state they're emotionally stable, they are easy to communicate with, they know what they want, they have a lot of experience. So this is your era, ladies. Enjoy it. I love this article about older women being in demand by younger men, and you have to watch this entire...
What do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about this? Apparently, according to the New York Times article, the younger men are starting to want to be with older women, and older women are wanting to be with younger men. Let me tell y'all this. Based on the things I've been seeing with the middle-aged black man, I understand it. Okay? The younger men, oh my God, they are seeming to be like more emotionally intelligent, way more understanding, not so damn angry and aggressive, listening more. And it's like, that's such a weird thing. But why, or even on this app, why are the younger men like, the only one I could think of right now was Cheeky. Like, see, they present a lot more mature, a lot more understanding, even a lot more kinder in the conversation, even if they don't agree with you, right? I always found like, I didn't agree with Cheeky all the time, but he knows how to like still have a conversation with you and not, he doesn't have to tear you to shreds to make a point unless he chooses to, you know. I've seen him turn up before, but I'm just saying, like, he has that ability. So I'm just saying, if we could compare, like, I understand why some of the older women, like I remember with Tracy Ellis Ross, I think she went viral for saying that she liked to date younger men, and I didn't really understand it because to me, I always look for like maturity, something I like. So in my mind, I would think, okay, a man's younger than me is going to be immature. But what I've been seeing, getting these opportunities, even online, to just communicate with some of these younger men, is that they present more mature. They present more mature, more well-read, better well-spoken. Like, I mean, just, I'm sorry, they starting to really, I get it. I really get it. This is crazy.
Entire video because I already knew this. Women in their 50s, 40s, I mean, women who consider themselves quote unquote old, expired, aged out, on dating apps, this article is for you. Number one, there is a massive shift, according to the New York Times, in women who are dating men, younger men, and there's a shift in how younger men perceive these older women. They are in demand. You are no longer somebody who is last on the list. In fact, a lot of younger men are prioritizing older women for a number of reasons. They state they're emotionally stable, they are easy to communicate with, they know what they want, they have a lot of experience. So this is your era, ladies.
This is so funny because this shows how like men and women look for the total opposite, right? The younger men like the woman who has some experience, right? But then like the men typically want the older men typically want people who don't have experience, right? Isn't that crazy? Or like the women, we like men who have experience, but when you hear men speak, they usually are saying like they kind of want a woman who don't have no experience, even though they're 45 years old and they've been around the earth 700 years and they walked alongside Jesus when he was here and they were one of the disciples. That's how old they are. But they want women who have no experience because they want to be able to show you your first everything. This is just what they say. I didn't say it. They said they want to be able to show you your first everything. They want to be able to show you your first AARP card. They want to be able to show you your first bingo game. They want to be able to show you your first arthritis cream. They want to be the ones to show you your first everything. So it's like, what older women, I don't know what it is, but I really want to do some research on this. I want to know why the middle-aged black men seem to be like so rigid. Like you cannot, they're just not open to any new ideas at all, any new perspectives. They will not change their opinion. And we got to look into the times they come from, because this is what I found too. The middle-aged black men, I'm millennials, so I'm gonna say millennials and older, they are some of the most misogynistic beings you are ever gonna come across in your life. Some of the most sexist people. Maybe it's because of the times like we grew up in, and with our parents' generation, those men and their ideas on women were just the most horrendous thing, most horrific. Like, and maybe that's the difference as opposed to these younger dudes who are just not operating that way, thank God. And I almost feel bad for them because they're being influenced by these middle-aged black people who have these very problematic ways of thinking. V-Dub said, nah, I need experience. Oh, really? He said older women cut young men way more slack than any other demographic. Anytime I get a boss, teacher, etc., that was an older woman I knew I was going to have an easy time with. Were you weaponizing your attractiveness? No, I'm just playing. Oh, I got a random question. Oh yeah, I'm not reading no more comments. It's a bad habit. I gotta be like the other content creators, and maybe y'all will actually support my show. I'm not reading no more. But hi, the plug. How you doing? But yeah, I just think it's interesting that people, when I run into other millennials who are men, I almost want to say 8 times out of 10, yeah, they're not very easy to talk to. They don't listen well. And they're not open to exploring some of their very ignorant ideologies. And so I think that might be part of, at least I can speak for my generation, why the people are not dating more. Because it's like, how are you going to date somebody you don't even enjoy talking to? How are you going to... I don't know. Facts. Definitely got to weaponize your attractiveness. Listen, you use everything you have. Y'all hear me? You use everything you have. Okay? Whatever advantages you have, don't be an abuser. But I'm saying, like, use your advantages, you know? If you are an attractive male, yeah, lean into that shit. It's going to be beneficial for you, okay? If you are an attractive woman, lean into that shit. It's going to be beneficial for you. If you are smart, listen, whatever, because I believe, it's just my belief. I don't know if this is in the Bible or not, but I believe God gives everybody something. everybody, I feel like God gives everybody something that you could use to have like some type of upper hand. Some people have attractiveness that's very natural for them. They don't have to do much. They're just beautiful people. Some people are just smart as hell. Some people are great like speakers and they could persuade people. Some people are very just kind, nurturing, and inviting, and people feel so comfortable in their presence. I just believe everybody has something. Figure out what your something is and like maximize effort on that shit, okay? That's how I feel about it. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. Oh, look at this.
What do you mean to do about that? What should I have about it? I have nothing to do about that. How do you feel about Donald Trump shooting missiles at Venezuelan fishermen? Love it. Why do you love it? Because he's bringing fentanyl and on fishing boats. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought drug cartels use cargo ships and big tankers. So you're telling me that the fentanyl opioid crisis of America is being done by Venezuelan fishermen on 8-man boats. You know why you love it? Because white people are sociopaths. You suffer from a condition called Freudenfrieder. It's an actual psychological condition. You know what it is? Is you get joy and pleasure from the pain and death of innocent people, man. That's the sickness and the psychosis of white people, man. That's what it is. You love seeing them shoot missiles at poor fishermen. Why don't you shoot missiles at Afghanistan? Who killed the 2 National Guards in D.C. this week? Was it Venezuelans? Was it Hispanics? Why aren't ICE agents going after Afghanistanians? Weren't we at war with Afghanistan for 10 years? Isn't that where the fentanyl is coming from? Right. The poppy fields in Afghanistan? Right. But you want ICE agents to go after Hispanics at elementary schools, at graduations, at Home Depot, harboring Hispanics? That's what you pursue? The white man is a coward. That's right. The white man is a coward. Right. That's right. He doesn't want a real fight with actual terrorists. He wants to fight the innocent. He wants to fight the poor. What do you mean?
Okay, I did not mean to click this video so early. I was still on my relationship part of the show. But since we're here, I named the show Black Folk, White Folk, and Pure Delusion because like I told y'all earlier, I don't know if social media is helping in like this increase of cognitive dissonance that everybody seems to have, okay? The men have it about women, the women have it about men, and white people and that support Trump, I notice a lot tend to have this because like what this guy is saying to him are some very logical like concerns, and I don't know, I feel like every time we get a chance to talk to one of these extreme Trump supporters and you present them with facts like this, they typically don't really have like a logical explanation for why they could like hate the most harmless groups and then be like kind of passive toward the most harmful groups, right? Like he mentioned Afghanistan, he mentioned where the fentanyl is coming from, he mentioned who's actually doing what, right? Who we are at war with, who bombed us, and why is your attention on people who've never done any of those things? You know what I'm saying? That is some weakness. I'm not saying exploit your attractiveness. See, that's why I hesitated before I said it, J Villa. I'm not saying like exploit your attractiveness. I'm gonna tell you like this. Have any of you ever had an opportunity to walk into a Fortune 500 company corporate office or a very prestige law firm or a very like high-end fashion store or corporate office? I'm gonna tell you guys this. What you will find is a very fit, beautiful receptionist every time. Okay? You're not gonna see nobody ugly being the first face of their company when you get off the elevator. You're not gonna see nobody fat either. You're going to see a very attractive person. The higher you go up, if you guys have any proximity to corporate anything, pay attention to what the front-facing people look like. And they're smart. They have both. They're smart and they look good. Okay? So when I say use your attractiveness. I'm not trying to say exploit people, but I just understand the more money involved, the higher you go, you are going to see attractive people. If you go to Wall Street right now, right? My brother's a stockbroker. I be over there sometimes. If you see how they're dressed, first of all, and I'm talking about the men, the hair is always cut. They're always well groomed. Shoes always look nice. The clothes look very expensive. Even the suits, like the slacks, the shirts, you can just see with the material. They're not wearing no cheap ass shit. Nice watches. These are the black men. These are the white men. These are all the men. If you go to the financial district, that's what they're going to look like. So I'm just telling y'all what I know. So when I say leverage your attractiveness, because yes, that shit does, it's like one of those unspoken things that people don't speak about in certain industries, but it absolutely matters. It absolutely matters. I promise you. See, y'all, we going over the things that our parents didn't tell us that we found out the hard way. Or maybe I'm projecting. But I'm just a very observant person. And so whenever I go anywhere, my brain, I can't help it. I have a pattern recognition. I look for commonalities and differences, and I just compare. And that's how it is. When you go to any well-to-do, high-end, high-performing company, the people are very well-groomed and look very nice. Whether you think they're pretty or handsome or not, don't matter. But everything about them from head to toe is like very well-polished. Okay? It just is what it is. I'm sorry. I'm just telling y'all what I've seen.
About that? What should I have about him? I have nothing to do about that. How do you?
I think some of y'all don't know, because most companies, like, I don't know how to say this, but like most places you go, that may not be a requirement, but my point is, the higher up you go, is going to be a requirement.
How do you feel about Donald Trump shooting missiles at Venezuelan fishermen? Why do you love?
But yeah, I got distracted with that. Not you gotta have swag when you down on Wall Street. I don't know. They don't seem to have swag to me. They a bunch of. Let me not be quiet. I got too close proximity. I'ma shut up. I know when to be quiet. I ain't even gonna say what I think about some of them. I'm gonna leave that alone. I don't need no problems. And is it me? Can I go off on a little rant this week, y'all? Because I'm tired of everybody's shit. I put black people in the title, too. So let me tell y'all black people something. And I hate to say this. I promise I hate to say it. You guys know how black people have a very negative stigma or stereotype when it comes to customer service. And I've always been against this. I don't like this critique. I don't like that stereotype, because it doesn't apply to everyone. And I still feel like that. It doesn't, because it don't apply to me. First of all, I'm an entrepreneur. All I do is service people all day. And I wouldn't have clients with me for years if I was horrible, right? So it don't apply to me. But this last week alone, the experiences that I've been having, oh my God, I found myself going, oh, I understand the stereotype. And I hate, as a black person, to say that, but I really am starting to understand. Like, yo, right now the morale is so, like, I don't know what's low. Like, people are not caring about how they come to work, whether they have on a uniform or not. They don't care to be groomed like that. People just seem to be in a bad mood. Don't even want to greet you when you come into the damn establishment. And just not paying attention to what you're asking. Oh my God. Like, this week has been horrible, yo. Oh, I'm like, yo, I get it. But look at this. This is a feminist versus anti-feminist woman. And homegirl, the anti-feminist, is definitely giving male-centered. I just want to let y'all know. But listen to this conversation.
I don't think the feminist movement supports women at all. I think it actually harms them. It's told us that sexual exploitation is empowering and that we should kill our offspring if it's an inconvenience to our life, and that marriage and family are not important anymore. I mean, it's completely destroyed everything that's been unique about womanhood.
So the alternative is like, let me get my ass beat, take my Xanax, and raise these kids when I don't want to. Like, what's the alternative for women who aren't happy at home? Like, that's what I don't understand.
Women are pill popping more now than they were in the 50s. They're more depressed than they were. Yes, this is completely.
And men are women, yes, 2 times more likely to be on antidepressants than men. Men are 4 times more likely to kill themselves.
Why do you think that we're more likely to be on antidepressants?
Capitalism, the way the world is, the economy. I'll tell you right now, the economy controls the mood of the country. The mood of the country sucks because the economy. Capitalism is the actual enemy here, not feminism. Feminism was just a human rights movement like the civil rights movement. Black people should have equal rights. What's the difference between a woman and a black person? It's just a matter of, no, you want equal rights as a human because you should have them. I should have them too, right? It was just a human rights movement. It was focused on the gender, and then we focused on the race, and we all came up. I don't know why everyone can't come up together. Yeah, I feel like there's a huge misnomer on what feminism is. Feminism is not me telling you to go abort your firstborn son. I don't care what you do with your body. Feminism is you have the opportunity to do what you want because of, you have a bank card because of feminism, you get to wear pants because of feminism, you get to have a job because of feminism, you get to get out of the house if you want to because of feminism. This is not about like trying to control your life. There is more room for people who are anti-feminists in the world of feminists than there is for people like me in your world. I don't care if a person wants to go have children their whole life and that's what they want to do. Most of my friends are stay-at-home moms. Many of my extremely liberal friends are stay-at-home mothers. And do you think I denigrate their decision to sacrifice their life for their children? Absolutely not. I'm a mother myself. But I also want to have the opportunity to work if I want to. Because for me, that's where I find happiness. There is space for you in our movement. But there is no space for us in yours. We're inclusive. Feminism is not telling you what to do with your life. Yeah, feminism is letting you get married, do whatever you want with your life. Sorry. I agree. Do whatever you want with your life. Feminism is letting you do what you want with your life. And I don't want to tell you not to get married when you're 19 and pop out 7 kids if that's the thing that's going to be happy for you. But I want to offer people the opportunity that they can also do something else if that's what makes them happy.
I don't think the feminist movement supports women at all. I think it actually harms them. It's told us that sexual exploitation is empowering and that we should kill our offspring if it's an inconvenience to our life, and that marriage.
So this is Bad Faith off rip. Okay. Hi Robin M. How you doing, boo? I don't like when people are against a thing but then they want to like oversimplify it. I never seen feminism tell me to just delete my damn babies and never there's one content creator I could think of that everybody talks about who be like, don't have these black male children, but that's not feminism, right? Like feminism is actually there's a reason behind it. It was about equal rights for women, right? And I don't understand how that gets reduced down to now just all negative things and how it's the most harmful thing for women. How? So she brought up women pill popping more now than the 1950s, but this is what I mean by bad faith. When I looked into this, in the 1950s, antidepressants had way more severe side effects. That was number one, right? There's a reason. And I think in the 1980s, Prozac or something came out when they figured out a formula to make those things safer, and they started marketing them more. So there was a big stigma around mental health, and the drugs were way more harmful in the 50s, right? So when people do these false equivalencies and they leave those details out and they make it seem like the only reason these women are taking more pills is because of feminism. No, they're safer now. How about let's start with that? That's actually a fact. The drugs are safer now. In the 1980s, they marketed the hell out of this stuff. That wasn't happening before either. So I don't know. I don't appreciate when people do this intellectually lazy bullshit. Why didn't she go look into why people were doing it a lot less in the 1950s than they are now? Oh, because she didn't care and she wanted to be like, feminism is the devil.
and family are not important anymore. I mean, it's completely destroyed everything that's been unique about womanhood.
So the alternative is
So pushing that family is not important anymore. Now, I don't know if that's the point of the feminism. I don't believe it is. But so the thing is, the patriarchy strongly supports, and I understand it. I'm not against it. I understand like the importance of family, marriage, procreating. I absolutely understand this. But some women, a lot of women apparently, who had to operate under those circumstances, didn't like that. Okay, that's the thing that she's leaving out. Why did those women push for change in the first place? Why? Because they weren't being treated like people. You can't have a bank account. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't, right? Being treated like a child who needs your parents, your daddy, who's your husband. You need his permission to do very basic things. Or you can't provide for yourself. You can't, like, women did not want to operate under that system. A lot of them were being abused. It just is what it is. As much as people don't want to hear it, it's a fact. And I mean, regardless of race, abuse was a very normal thing. Still, one could say still is, right? That women were experiencing under these like super patriarchal relationships. I'm just saying, this is everybody, because I hear this a lot about black women, like, oh, black women jumped on the feminism train and followed behind white women. So one would go, okay, well, why'd you think they did that? Why do you think they did that? If what you were providing to these black women was a safe, better option, why would they want to go and follow behind the quote-unquote white liberal women? Because I keep hearing that. Black women just want to follow behind white liberal women. Okay, let's run with that. Why? Why do they want to do that? Why nobody ever got an answer for that question? Nobody? They just want to tell you you're following behind a white liberal woman, but they can't tell you why would you ever want to do that. Like, why would I want to follow behind a white liberal woman? No answers. No, keep subjecting yourself to this patriarchy and this like misogyny and the sexism and the abuse, because that's the right way, right? That's what the Bible said. That's what God said. It's man, woman, child. Like, you're supposed to get on my program. I'm the leader. Even though what we've seen is most of these people can't lead themselves across a street effectively, but they want to lead you. I am your leader. Yes, I am your leader. I am your leader. Suck a big. You heard what Nikki said at the end, right?
it's like, let me get my ass beat, take my Xanax, and raise these kids when I don't want to. Like, what's the alternative for women who aren't happy at home? Like, that's what I don't understand.
Women are pill popping more now than they were in the 50s. They're more depressed than they were. Yes, this is completely.
And men are women, yes, 2 times more likely to be on antidepressants than men. Men are 4 times more likely to kill themselves.
Why do you think that?
She said men are 4 times more likely to delete themselves. And in true bad faith nature, the anti-feminists ignored that true statement to, push this whole, the women are popping pills.
We're more likely to be on antidepressants.
Capitalism, the way the world is, the economy. I'll tell you right now, the economy controls the mood of the country. The mood of the country sucks because the economy. Capitalism is the actual enemy here, not feminism. Feminism was just a human rights movement like the civil rights movement. Black people should have equal rights. What's the difference between a woman and a black person? It's just
And I want to say something to the white men, if y'all still here in the building. Why does it take... Like, white men are really the problem, okay? Where's Joshua? Where's Flow State? White men, y'all are everybody's problem. Can we just talk about this real quick? White men are everybody's problem. White men were the reason feminism started in the first place, because the women just could not take y'all. White men are the reason civil rights were necessary, okay? White men y'all are everybody's damn problem. That's how. Why did your women want to start feminism in the first place? Why do we need civil rights? Just for y'all to treat people like decent people. I'm just starting to, like, it's a common denominator. Everybody got to get a bill passed, laws written in, changes to the damn government just to get y'all to treat people like decent people. Like, what the hell? The white men, I got to start getting some more white men on here. I got questions, because what the hell is going on with y'all?
It's just a matter of, no, you want equal rights as a human because you should have them. I should have them too, right? It was just a human rights movement. It was focused on the gender, and then we focused on the race, and we all came up. I don't know why everyone can't come up together. Yeah, I feel like there's a huge misnomer on what feminism is. Feminism is not me telling you to go abort your firstborn son. I don't care what you do with your body. Feminism is you have the opportunity to do what you want because of, you have a bank card because of feminism, you get to wear pants because of feminism, you get to have a job because of feminism, you get to get out of the house if you want to because of feminism. This is not about like trying to control your life. There is more room for people who are anti-feminists in the world of feminists than there is for people like me in your world. I don't care if a person wants to go have children their whole life and that's what they want to do. Most of my friends are stay-at-home moms. Many of my extremely liberal friends are stay-at-home mothers. And do you think I denigrate their decision to sacrifice their life for their children? Absolutely not. I'm a mother myself. But I also want to have the opportunity to work if I want to. Because for me, that's where I find happiness. There is space for you in our movement. But there is no space for us in yours. We're inclusive. Feminism is not telling you what to do with your life. Yeah, feminism is letting you do whatever you want with your life.
It's okay. The anti-feminist women, I just feel like they drink the Kool-Aid. They have been indoctrinated just like most of us have by patriarchy. That's what I'm just starting to feel when I see certain women speak. I'm starting to really understand that this system we're raised in, the things that we're taught as social norms, a lot of it is indoctrination, and they truly, some of them, because some of y'all are really just trying to get the content creator bag, and I understand y'all are grifting, but some of these women really drink the Kool-Aid and really think that everything that they say is right. Now, speaking of women who drink the Kool-Aid, I want y'all to listen to this video. It says male-censored women cannot be good mothers to little girls. This is a fact, okay? Male-centered women cannot be good mothers to little girls. Yes, absolutely.
Hey y'all, let me tell y'all something real quick. Male-centered women cannot be good mothers to their daughters, okay? And I said what the fuck I said, okay? No, for real, because that mama is gonna always be competing with her fucking daughter. Like, have y'all just ever met a mother or seen a mother or like seen on social media or something like that where the mama was competing with the daughter for male validation? That's exactly what the fuck it be. Sometimes a lot of these women out here will bring a man around their kid, around their daughter, and the man will be touching on the daughter in an inappropriate way. But because that mama is seeking validation from a man, because that mama don't want to be by herself, she'll allow her man to touch her daughter. And then when her daughter gets old enough to see what the fuck was going on, and you know, this, that, and the third, her mama would try to make it seem like it was the daughter's fault, and she'll be trying to blame her for the shit that she allowed because she didn't want to be by herself. Girl, ugh. Hey y'all, let me tell y'all.
I 1000% approve this message. Male-censored women cannot be good mothers to little girls because they prioritize everything about the male gaze to their own detriment. So if you're going to do it to your own detriment, you definitely going to do it to your daughter. And this is correct. You're too busy trying to compete still instead of being a fucking mother and a nurturer. You're looking at your daughter like she's your competition because you are so obsessed with the male gaze, okay? And because we all know, especially in the black community, if we look historically, there was a lot of some shit going on. I don't say a lot of, but there's been stories of male older family members or people doing things to little girls in a family, and like everybody pretend it doesn't happen. The weird uncle still gets to be there, or we don't believe this little girl. We've seen women continue to stay around men that their children have expressed issues with or being uncomfortable around. This makes me think of that disturbing ass, and this is when I knew I couldn't follow Kevin Samuels, y'all. This is when Kevin Samuels had a conversation one time, right? And he asked this girl, this lady, if your daughter said that I did something to her, would you believe her or believe me? And I was so disturbed to my fucking core, because why would that be a scenario you were even thinking about? Weird nigga. First of all. And second of all, why would you want a woman to choose you over her own offspring? Why? Like, none of that makes sense. Do y'all remember that? I remember that. And that's when I knew, oh, I can't follow him. Absolutely not. Unfollow. Can't do it. Cannot do it. Because I don't know why your mom would go to such a sick ass scenario. That's very telling. And then, in the scenario, you are expecting for her to say she chooses you over the human she had to grow in her body and push out. Right. No. Yeah, he said that shit. I can't remember what it was, but he was having a scenario with this this woman, and he was talking about, I don't know if this was why they started saying don't be a stepfather. I can't remember exactly, but I remember him having that back and forth. I probably could like look it up on YouTube. It's somewhere. But that whole thing was sick to me. But yeah, the point was, women who are male-centered are dangerous to other women. I'm going to keep saying that. When you guys see scenarios where women got set up to be R-worded, or just set up to be in very dangerous situations, or just, you ever seen a woman or a friend who behaves one way when you guys are together, but then when men come around, she behaves a whole different way? All of those women are male-centered. Male-centered women prioritize the male gaze over everything, and I mean everything. Over your safety, sometimes over their own. Over your common sense, over their own, right? That is the top priority for those women. It is male validation and the male gaze. And other women needs to be able to assess that and move around, because homegirl is not a safe space for you. There's nothing to argue with her about. There's nothing to talk to her about. Because listen, I've tried them type of women. They so damn brainwashed. Ain't nothing you can tell them. So when you assess that about a woman, just know she ain't a safe space for you. Don't go nowhere with her. Okay? Nowhere you got to drink or nothing like that, because she the type that when men violate you, she will make excuses for him. I promise. I have literally seen it. I've literally seen it. Those women are a problem. So when y'all see a woman is male-centered, that shit is not even natural. The same way it's not natural for a man to be woman-centered. You're not a woman. The fuck? You're a man. Most of your perspectives are going to be from the, like, understanding of a man. That's normal. That doesn't mean you lack the ability to understand women. But you mentally operating, trying to look through the lens of a woman all day and all night is unnatural. So it's the same for women. When you see a woman trying her best, every word she says, every thought she has, everything she does, she's trying her hardest to come from a male perspective, but you have no penis, no testicles. Why would you ever be doing that all day, all night over every decision? It's one thing to try to understand the opposite gender, try to understand where they're coming from, try to understand their perspectives, and have an ability to do that, right? That's a good quality. I think it turns disingenuous, though, when it becomes every time you talk. Like, well, right now, listen. Because of how we are naturally, we are going to disagree. Even the men that I get along with the best, right? For example, my favorite cousin is a man. This is like my best friend. I love him so much. He really is my best friend. When we talk about dating, when we talk about gender dynamics, we do not agree a lot. We don't agree on a lot of things, and that's okay. That's my cousin. I love him so much. But I think there's a part of me and him who understands that's normal, right? You're a man, I'm a woman. It is what it is. So when you see a woman who's always against a woman's own best interest, that is somebody who can't be trusted. That's a character flaw. You said my cousin sound gay? You out of your fucking mind. My cousin could take your woman. My cousin is absolutely that nigga. I promise you. Don't ever disrespect my cousin. But anyway, I don't even know how you just said he sound gay when I said we don't agree when it comes to dating. Like, I don't get how you got that. I should get him on here. Let's see if I could call him real quick. Let me see. I wonder if y'all gonna be able to hear it. Let me try to call him. Let's see. I'm gonna try to call him. Let's see if he answers. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear my phone.
Yo, cousin, you good?
Yeah, what you doing? You sleeping?
I just laid down. I had to get up in like another half hour. I'll call you back though.
Okay. Yeah, lucky he was sleeping. You know why he's sleeping? Because he an owner operator of a trucking company and he get that fucking money. Okay? I'm surrounded by winners. Okay? Don't ever in your life disrespect my family. Fuck wrong with you. But anyway, the point was, my cousin, who is a man, who is my best friend, okay, we get along great. However, when it comes to dating, we are not going to agree. And I think that's normal. Like, when it comes to certain things, he just never hearing me, I'm never hearing him, I don't care. So when you see the opposite gender just sounding damn near like they have the opposite genitalia, I think, yeah, they're questionable. Just saying. A little questionable. Hold on, y'all. There was like one more thing I wanted to show y'all because I don't want to be on here past, what time is it? Okay, past 10. So I got like 25 minutes. Oh, here's something interesting. Look at this. But my cousin, that dude, y'all don't even know. Every time he come around and women are around, the first thing my friends do. Oh, who's that? Oh, that's your boo? Like, that's my cousin. What the hell wrong with y'all? No, but I know why they asking. I know why. They see him. They see that car. They want to know.
Kevin on stage said what I've been trying to say for years in one conversation about Meg Thee Stallion. Welcome to the greatest show on earth.
Listen to this, y'all. I think we should start, for single women, I think we should start applying this to dating.
And action. How you feel about Megan Thee Stallion overall, from everything in her life, is a good litmus test for how you think about relationships.
How you think about women?
How you think about women?
See, this be the ignorant I can't take. Every small business is a trucking company nowadays. Okay, so where's your trucking company? How many people in the chat own a trucking company? Raise your hand. Where's Sherelle at? I need Sherelle because I need somebody to break it down to y'all just how much it costs to even have one truck of your own. My cousin was telling me the insurance he got to pay on the 18-wheeler per month. That shit was out of this world. What the gas costs every week. Like, every small business is a trucking company. Okay, so where are they? Do any of y'all know people who own trucking companies just left and right? I doubt it. I really doubt it. You're the guy who hires trucking companies, so everybody got a trucking company? Who's everybody? Because I only know my cousin and Sherelle. So, and I know a lot of people. I'm an entrepreneur. I know a lot of people. I promise you. Those are two people I know. So who's this everybody? And you sound crazy. If you're the person who hires trucking companies, genius. You spend your whole day talking to owner operators. That's what you spend your whole day doing. So you think that represents everybody? Because for your job, you spend your whole day talking to this small group of people? Are you insane? I don't think you hire trucking companies based on your logic. I don't.
Think with women. How you think about so many things. You want to date a nigga? First thing, before they bring the bread, tell me what you think about Meg Thee Stallion. From Tory Lanez to Klay Thompson. Guarantee that's going to tell you what kind of man you're dealing with.
This is a great dating question now.
What are your thoughts on, I guarantee you, however you see the world, you gonna find out whether they agree. And I'm not gonna say one way or the other. But I guarantee you you gonna find out whether you agree. It might be as polarizing as who you vote for president. How you think about women in relationships is how you think about Megan Thee Stallion as a person. guarantee you 1-to-1, it's going to tell you everything you need to know about that man or the woman, because it's not only men.
This is what I've been trying to communicate for years, bro. Forget Meg Thee Stallion for a second. When I was talking about Jay-Z and I said, hey, I think it's crazy for him to say that everyone can tell when you're being inauthentic because there is no consensus on authenticity. And we can see in 8 Mile, when we realized the new Captain America wasn't actually hood at all, that everyone had been tricked because of how he looked and because of how he sounded. We didn't realize he wasn't being authentic, and a lot of people didn't give Eminem the chance just because of how he looked, even though he was from the same place. And this is why pop culture is so cool, bro, because it allows for you to get an understanding about someone without them telling you. You can get a red flag about someone based on how they describe Clay and Meg's relationship over what they might be saying. And again, Simon said this best. Language is a new invention. It's an attempt to put into words things that are felt, but language can be used to deceive. It's why we can be talked into things that our gut tells us is wrong. But here's the crazy thing. If you've grown up never being able to trust your gut and you've been trusting words, how far can people push you in the wrong direction and you think it's your gut? I don't know, Jay-Z. But I know that there is no consensus on Jay-Z being authentic or inauthentic. I've heard people who are from New York say Jay-Z never sold drugs. I've heard people that said he was a kingpin. So again, we don't even have consensus on authenticity with Hove. So how can we say we could ever have authenticity on what someone creates? None of us know anything about the Klay Thompson, Meg Thee Stallion situation because we weren't a fly on the wall of the room when choices were made. But when I ask the person I'm talking to what they think about Meg and Clay, I can learn a lot that they might be trying to hide. And that's the point of this content, to help you realize that maybe by looking at the stories with a little more depth, we can make more sense of the world around us. Does that make sense? Kev on stage said what I've been trying to say for years.
Oh my God, single ladies, is this a new hack? The next time you meet a man, if you want to know how he views women, black women, how he deals in relationship dynamics, I agree with Kev on stage. We're going to just ask him, hey sweetheart, how you doing? You feeling okay? I'm like, yeah, girl, I'm fine. I'm like, you look fine. But let me ask you a question. I'm like, what's up, baby girl? And you're going to be like, you heard about this Meg and Clay situation, right? I'm like, yeah. What are your thoughts? What do you think on that? Like, what's your opinion? And then when he get the dragging Meg Thee Stallion like nobody's business, block him. Block Iana. Okay? Block him. Lena said, I know someone who owns a truck. He has all the newest cars. Listen, if my cousin wasn't asleep right now, because I'll be bringing my family on here, but don't ever disrespect my cousin. You crazy? My cousin would be the man you learn some shit from, okay? Can't take my cousin nowhere. Because all my friends, somebody always trying to, you know? And he always trying to. He ain't no better than them. But nah, my cousin def don't give gay. It ain't that.
In one conversation about Meg Thee Stallion. Welcome to the greatest show on earth. And action.
How you feel about Megan Thee Stallion overall, from everything in her life, is a good litmus test for how you think about relationships.
I believe this. To any man who was okay with what's your name, Zion? You want to hit my panel? You want to hit the link? I ain't staying here that long. Let me know if you want to hit the link. I'll drop it just for you. I want to talk to you because I want to know why you thought it was okay to say my cousin sounds gay when you never heard how my fucking cousin sounds. What the hell wrong with you? And logically, I really don't understand it because, like I said, we don't agree on dating dynamics at all. So what makes him sound gay? Why would you even say that shit? Why y'all so quick to disrespect people's family? Like, why y'all think that's cool? Like, I know in real life my cousin would probably beat your fucking ass. Like, for real. That's what I know. Like, why y'all just so quick to do shit like that?
How you think about women?
How you think about women?
Starting with women.
How you think about so many things? You want to date a nigga? First thing, before they bring the bread, tell me what you think about Meg Thee Stallion. From Tory Lanez to Klay Thompson.
Yes, because this represents the perfect dynamic. This is a woman who has been shot by a black man and publicly, and we've seen black men in droves deny her, take away her ability to actually be a victim. you know, kick her while she's down, publicly just treat her horribly. Then she gets cheated on, and they literally made a AI generated photo of her looking like she's on a couch waiting to be gang raped by a bunch of men, and they all thought it was funny. They thought that was cool. They circulated that shit. They made it go viral. They made all these think pieces about how she deserved to be treated like she was treated. So I absolutely think this is a great litmus test. Yes, if you're dating somebody, ask him how you feel about Meg, and if he's for any of those abusive behaviors, understand that nigga ain't shit. He ain't shit. You highly doubt it too? I don't know. I gotta figure out why my link never works when I try to put it in this damn chat. Do you want to hit the link before I go? I want to know. But I think we need to use that as the new litmus test. I want to know, how do you feel about Meg Thee Stallion? I need to know, because a man who has, this is why I think it's good for dating. A man who has the ability to acknowledge nuance and have empathy for others in general, he's gonna have a very different response, right? So what that really tells you about this man is he lacks empathy. He's misogynistic, and he has a very abusive pathology, and you should leave him alone.
Guarantee that's gonna tell you what kind of man you're dealing with.
This is a great dating question now.
What are your thoughts on? I guarantee you, however you see the world, you gonna find out whether they agree. And I'm not even saying one way or the other. I guarantee you, you gonna find out whether you agree. It might be as polarizing who you vote for president. How you think about women in relationships is how you think about Megan Thee Stallion as a person. Guarantee you, 1-to-1, it's gonna tell you everything you need to know about that man or the woman. Because it's not only men.
This is what I've been trying to communicate for years, bro. Forget Meg Thee Stallion.
Hold on, heavy on the it's not only men, because oh my goodness, the internalized misogyny that black women have been running around here with is disgusting. Disgusting. The way black women was sitting up on some, but what does she expect? Of course he's gonna cheat on her. Like, why would you think he would be faithful to? You guys sound like you're oppressors. Let me show you guys how white supremacy, like I said, the white man is always his fault. I need to show it's always the white man's fault. Let me explain it to y'all. Black people have made it a thing to copy, embody, emulate the behaviors of their oppressors. Okay, I talked to you guys about how the media is a very powerful tool that's used worldwide to wage war against black people. Okay, this is why we could look up in Japan has all this inherent racism toward black people. We're finding out about this week when their population of black people is so damn low, is minuscule. Most of them have never been in the same room as a black person ever, but they hate your black ass. Why? That's how powerful media is, right? And media has done a very good job at programming most of the globe to be anti-black. Okay, now what are black men doing today in the black manosphere? Using media to do what to black women? The exact same fucking thing, right? So black people tend to copy the behavior of their oppressors, which is disturbing, and they don't even see it, but that's what they do. So now we got black men weaponizing the media, not against the people who did it to them. Oh, no. Against their own women, right? When I played that clip earlier and that black man told that white man, how come y'all not dropping bombs on Afghanistan? How come y'all not going against, that's where the fentanyl coming from. How come wasn't we at war with them for 10 years? Why y'all not? He said y'all are weak and y'all go after soft targets. This is what white men do. Now let's bring it back to black men. Going after black women is weak. Going after soft targets, right? They literally copy their oppressors, because the people who truly oppressed you all these years, the people who wrote things into the Constitution that say you were not even a whole person, the people who disproportionately took your fathers away, put y'all in prison, right? The people who actually delete y'all off the face of the fucking earth and then get to walk free, the people who hung y'all from trees, The people who did all type of Tuskegee experiments and shit, like infect your communities with diseases, wrongfully imprison you, like the people who've actually done you the worst, you have no smoke for. But you got a whole manosphere against black women, a soft target, when the real person who really fucked y'all up, y'all don't do shit about it. That's some weak ass shit, and that's exactly like the oppressor. So now fast forward to black women who are also copying the behavior of their oppressor, which has now become the black man. So when you see black women sitting up talking about, oh, you should, yeah, he cheat. Like, okay, you guys seen when Chrissy, the influencer, got the divorce from, I think his name is Desmond? Y'all seen that? The girl who be doing the backflips in the hills and shit, and her husband was the chef, and he cheated on her. He got caught kissing that woman in the club. And this is a Jehovah's Witness. She been married to this one man. Both of them supposed to be Jehovah's Witnesses. Married. She blew up being a content creator. Literally elevated her entire family's financial status being a content creator. Right? What did she get rewarded with? Getting cheated on and humiliated. Right? That's what she got. And we need to do a show about him, because now this bitch ass nigga got the nerve to be trying to have her pay for his legal fees. So you ruin your marriage. And now you trying to get your wife that you already betrayed to pay your legal fees. When I tell you these niggas ain't fucking shit, but let me not get distracted. Anyway, my point was about black women and their internalized misogyny and their internalized self-hatred. And it's disgusting. Because what did I see on social media when that happened? Oh, well, I can understand why he cheated on her. She is annoying. I can understand. Nobody ain't have no grace. I won't say nobody. The women who were making those videos, they didn't have any grace for this woman who just got cheated on, losing her marriage, publicly humiliated, right? Why am I looking at videos of black women having no compassion, having no grace, having no understanding, having no care, kicking somebody while they're down when they were betrayed in their marriage? Why am I seeing black women do that shit? Why? Because you fucking retards are copying the behavior of your oppressors. That's why. Because who typically talks like that? Who typically justifies cheating on a wife or cheating on a woman? Who typically makes everything the woman's fault no matter what? You should have known better. You should have chose better. Then you choose better. Bitch, how dare you? You shouldn't have no standards, you fat baby mama. So we know who talks like that, right? You know how disturbed in my spirit I am when I see black women getting up doing that shit to other women? Are you out of your fucking mind? Are you out of your mind? This is why I told y'all earlier, the male-centered woman is a danger to herself and others. So I could get cheated on. I could do everything right. Chrissy stayed fit. She actually looks better now than she ever did because she got money, right? Chrissy stayed fit. Body's nice, together, married, had her one husband, have her family with that one man, financially got the bag, okay, elevated the whole family. She don't be in no scandal or drama. She makes content wearing shoes and doing backflips and shit. Seem to be a wholesome woman, Jehovah's Witness. That woman gets cheated on, and then I watch black women kick her while she's down and justify why I understand he did that to her. She does seem annoying. Are you bitches crazy? Yes, Lena. Lena said they are dragging her literally. No, these bitches are fucking stupid. I said it. I don't care who feel how. These male-centered women are beyond, like, they're like lower than the scum of the earth to me. That's how I feel about them. So now you're going to get up and perpetuate the same things that black women are saying we want, right? You want some grace. You want some understanding. You want love. You want consideration. You want people to understand when you're going through something, right? And have some consideration for you. But you guys thought it was a good idea to kick another woman at the worst part of her life, when her marriage is falling apart, when she got to look up on social media and see her still husband tongue kissing another woman, when her whole family's breaking apart. And because you guys think she's an annoying content creator, you think she deserved that shit? So imagine if you were in her position. Would you like to be treated like that? And this is why I hate male-centered bitches. I can't fucking stand y'all. I really can't. Y'all the worst. Can't stand it. It was the most disturbing thing to me, Lena. Why are they making video after video after video doing that to this girl? Why? So now black women have some, let me say, the male-centered ones have now taken on the mind, the actions, and the behavior of toxic black men. So it's just an all trickle-down effect. The black men learn from white supremacy, and then the black women learn from the black men. And then now, it's not as if black women don't have enough of it from everybody, right? Because everybody hates black women. White people don't like us. Nobody likes us, right? We got enough of that going on. Even the black men, they get up here and tell you every chance they get how much they don't like y'all. Get a passport, go somewhere else, right? Now you bitches could see all of that and you decide, well shit, let me join in on the fun and take part in abusing other women. What the fuck? Let me tell you something, Zion, because I've seen you do this before, and I'm going to say it to everybody. When a live streamer is live, do not promote that someone else is live in their chat. I think y'all know this, but I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and pretend that you don't. So I'm going to say it one time, and if I see it again, I'm just going to block you, but not just my channel. Don't do that in anybody's channel. Yes, because what you're doing is trying to take their audience away. Everybody has the same YouTube that you have, and everybody, if they follow channels, get the same notifications you get. When you see one live streamer, I don't care if I'm live and they live, don't do it in their channel either. When you see a live streamer's live, do not go in their chat to tell the whole audience that, hey, somebody else is live over here. Zion said your boy, you said it right now. You said your boy Sharon started streaming, right? I didn't say you did it before. I said I've seen somebody do something like that in my chat before. So I'm going to give you guys the benefit of the doubt. Maybe you don't have enough sense to understand that is a problem, but don't do that on anybody's channel. It's a problem. Oh, you was teasing because of what happened before. Okay, so you done called my cousin gay. You're promoting, you're trying to take my audience away, and now you think it's funny to, you know, I don't fuck with Sharon. So I was teasing you because of what happened. Yeah, I think it's grounds for blocking you. You presented enough issues in my mind, so I don't want to ever see you again. So this is what I'm gonna do. Okay, problem solved. Let that be a lesson to women. That's what we doing for now on, y'all. We don't have no patience or no, we don't have grace for these niggas. People be knowing what they be doing. And I think we're way too tolerant of disrespectful men, and that's why I don't have nothing. I don't have no more for them. I have none. Right, Alexa. She said, nah, don't give them the benefit of the doubt. That was a cousin of fear. Facts. Yeah, nah, he could go. Go somewhere else. But with that being said, I think, okay, yes, I want us to be off of here by 10. So, oh yes, I gotta say thank you. Thank you to the plug. I don't know if he's still here for the super chat. I do appreciate it. And I got a cash app. He says support. Thank you for the support. My boo Artifacts as always with the cash app. I do appreciate you so much. So I don't know, guys. I might try to come back later if I have time. Try to give some real thought to some of the stuff I was saying today, okay? Because I am trying to deconstruct the patriarchy, the religion, the everything that we were ever told. And I am projecting on purpose. I'm going to bring it here and I'm going to present it to you guys every time. And I want you to try to do the same. Not that you need to do away with your beliefs or anything, but just some of this stuff don't be making sense, and we need to spend some time thinking about what we are subscribed to, what we're a part of, what we believe in, what we're defending, because sometimes if you sit and think long enough, you might be like, yeah, I probably shouldn't be on board with that no more. Because unlike everybody else who tries to make it seem like you are a hypocrite or you're fake, people are allowed to grow. People are only in this toxic make-believe land, but like in real life, people are allowed to grow. People are allowed to change their mind on things. People are allowed to have one perspective and then decide that I have more information now and now I have a different perspective. People are allowed to do that. So don't let anyone, including your own self-limiting beliefs, stop you from growing, okay? Stop you from maturing. Because if you look at our community, one could say people stop growing and maturing way too young. There's a lot of arrested development around here. A lot of it. With that being said, I got to go. Have a good day, everybody. Thank you for listening. Please hit the like button and share with a friend. If you guys know someone in real life who may like my approach to things, send them my channel so they can listen to me. I appreciate that. Later, y'all.